Hey, Diana Lidstone here, the Entrepreneur's GPS. And today I'd like to introduce you to two people. So here we are. We have, let's call it person A, right? Person A over here. And person A has an amazing business. She has a seven-figure business, 7 figures, and all the luxuries that go with it, right? She's got this amazing office space. She has a team, staff that work with her, and she also has some of these, luxuries that go with it. So she has what I call a BAJ, big ass Jeep, right? So she's got the car that goes with the 7 figures. She has a house in the country. Her house in the country. Her house. She also has one of her hobbies, her only hobby, her passion, are her horses. So she has her hobbies, like a lot of us do. But she has, because she has the income here, she has built this enormous private indoor riding arena so that she can ride her horses any day of the week, whenever she wants, no matter what the weather. So she has the arena. She also has this amazing trailer to take her horses to horse shows when she goes. So the trailer, there is part of it that is for the horses, and in the front, it's actually a camper. I've never quite seen anything like it. It is truly awesome. So she has the trailer. She has the, all her equipment is nothing but the best equipment. And she's also very well respected in the entrepreneurial community. So she has the respect of her peers. Okay, that is person 1, person A. Person B works 70 plus hours a week. And that often means long evenings, it means nights, maybe even going in on weekends, that sort of thing, right? She rarely takes vacations. In fact, if she takes, 2 weeks, that would be like out of this world. She's continuously stressed. And if you met her, you probably wouldn't say she's an extremely happy person, right? So she's unhappy, she's overloaded, all those things, and the stress and the unhappiness, so she's easily sick. Now, here's the other thing. Because she does all this, she doesn't have a lot of time for her family or her friends. And as a result, one of the big things that has crept up is that her marriage is actually on the rocks, which is sad because that also goes back up here and creates more stress because there's financial implications, right? She has, as I said, no time for her family. She's always overloaded. Always overloaded. So this is someone who, if you look at it, doesn't have an amazing quality of life. Would you agree? Yes? Okay. Now, here's the kicker. This person and this person are actually the same person. That's right. They are the same entrepreneur. And how do I know this? Because this happens to be my sister. That's right. She has built this amazing business that has no quality of life. And I call that the hustle trap. And it is also because when she started building this business, like many entrepreneurs, she was lacking clarity about the quality of life that she actually wanted and that she could have. And so I'd like to show you that because in the 30 odd years that I've been an entrepreneur, I've noticed, I'm just going to turn this. I've noticed that there are what I call 4 stages to clarity about the quality of life that people actually want. All right. And as we're going through this, perhaps you might resonate with one of these stages. So here we go, okay? And the first stage I call unknowing. The first stage of clarity is about unknowing. These are people who start their business and have no idea in their head what kind of quality of life they want. It's kind of like they're oblivious to everything, right? Quality of life didn't even resonate with them at all. It's not something that's on their radar. And so they build a business and it's a daily grind. They're in survival mode. You know, it's all about getting more clients, more sales, more this, more that. They've put their head down and they've actually created what I call a job for themselves. They spend a lot of time in this learning and admin and that sort of thing. And it's true, we have to do a lot of those things when we start our business, but we don't have to stay there. So how do these people feel? They feel overwhelmed, right? They feel overwhelmed. They feel totally overwhelmed. And they often come from a place of what I call lack, because they're in survival mode, right? How can I get more money in the bank account? How can I get more clients? How can I do this? And it's all about the how. Okay. That is the first stage of what I call clarity for your quality of life. The second stage is what I call ambiguity. And these are people who have, kind of like an ostrich, picked their head up out of the sand, picked their head up from their job and gone, maybe there is more to life than my job, than my business. And so their word is more. They go, maybe there is more, but they're really kind of vague about what more means or about what this is, their quality of life that they want to achieve. Okay? And they think it's more freedom, it's more money, it's more time. But again, there's no specifics. But they're still focused on more clients. They're still focused on, more money in the bank account. How can we create that? And they're typically trading time for money. Okay, that's the situation they're in. They, if I hustle, I'll get more money. And how do these guys feel? Over there, right? More is what, but they're starting to question their status, but they're angry. Very often they're angry because they're not getting where they want. Okay. Unknowing, ambiguity. Ambiguity. And the third stage is what I call en route. Now these are people that have gone from more and they go, no, I know almost what I want in terms of my quality of life. I'm getting more clarity, right? I'm getting more clarity. They're dreaming. They're dreaming about what that is. They're getting more specific, but they are still in that doing mode, but they're starting to think, oh, maybe if I got a team together, then I could have more of this. Or they're starting to think, well, maybe the trading the time for dollars isn't the way to go. But they're still on this, what I call emotional roller coaster. There are great days and they think, yes, I've got this. And then they slide back. And then they go back here. And then they slide back. And these people they're often questioning and they believe that 6 figures, it's just kind of a myth, or 7 figures. It's kind of a myth. It's out there, but I don't think I can get it, right? All right. Last but not least, we have those people who have absolute clarity. And as you can see, it's not a lot of entrepreneurs, right? It's not a lot. But these are people who have become crystal clear about the quality of life that they want. But the second part is that they are committed to creating that quality of life. They are committed to building a business that gives them what they want. And so every day, every business decision that they take is based on, will it get me closer to this? Okay. Here they make the money. They make the money, but they have also created the quality of life so that they can actually spend the money, create that quality of life, that level of, if we could say, life satisfaction. Because as you know, quality of life means different things to different people. But basically what it means is, how satisfied are you with things like, your health, your wealth, your relationships, spirituality, whatever it happens to be. How satisfied are you? So those are the 4 stages of clarity. Now, let me kind of turn this into real life situations, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to draw another line here, and I'm going to extend these lines down. And remember, I was talking about what is quality of life, and we'll call it satisfaction, right? Well, these people here who are, at the state of ambiguity, quality of life isn't even on their radar. So I'm going to score them like a 0 in terms of quality of life. They just, it's not on their radar. They're not thinking about it. They're only thinking about this. And then we move on to those people who are in the state of ambiguity. And they really do want more, but they're not specific. So we give them a little, we give them a plus, a little high five, because they are starting to think about it. Then we have those people that are en route. And they're en route to absolute clarity. But, we'll give them 2 pluses, because they're getting to be more clear about what it is, and their focus is starting to become more about the quality of life than about money. And then we have those people over here. We'll give them 3 pluses, because they actually have that clarity. They have built a business that supports the quality of life that they want. And they do 3 things. They have imagined the quality of life that they want, and they're very specific about it. They believe it, so there's no doubt, no self-doubt that they're going to create it. And number 3 is they've put into place steps, actions, systems, etc., to achieve that quality of life. Okay, so my question is, like I would ask this person here, I would ask my sister, where are you in these 4 stages of quality of life? Now, I don't need to know specifically where you are in the audience, each one of you, but if you know where you are, could you raise your hand? Perfect, thank you. Now, the second question to that is, are you where you want to be? How many of you are where you want to be? How many of you have created not only the quality of life that you want, but the business that you want? Not very many hands. Thank you. All right. How do we go about getting that? Let me show you. I want to pause here for a second, because I want to show you how to get them in the next model that I'm going to draw. But you see, it's my job for you to get you these things without any of these things over here. To get you person A without any person B. We want to get you over here absolute clarity about your quality of life and the business that you want to build. So hold on, just clean this off a little bit. All right, we're good to go. Okay, I want to show you 2 vital ingredients for business success and the quality of life that you crave. And the 1 ingredient you don't need. So let's draw a triangle. For those of you who are in the audience, this triangle is on the back page of something in miniature form, so you don't have to draw this. And we're going to put quality of life right at the top, okay? Because that's what you want to achieve. What I have seen most often, as I said, I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years, and I've seen lots of stuff go on. But what I see is that entrepreneurs, they make a decision. Yes, I want to go into business, right? I want to go into business. You all have a why you want to go into business. You go out and get some sort of maybe certification that you're going to go into business, and you hang up the shingle. The second thing that happens is I see this, hustle. And what do I mean by hustle? I mean, people go out and they go, woohoo! And then they try this, they try that, they try this, they try that. It's like they're, you know, following a squirrel somewhere around. There's all this hustle. And that's where I see most entrepreneurs stop. Very few move above the line in order to get the quality of life that they need. As this person, she may be successful financially, but there is no quality of life. But for a lot of entrepreneurs, they are stuck here, and this is what I call the hustle trap. And the hustle trap could be, you know, maybe you have, you're focused on that money, or it may be that you're trying to create, you know, a profitable business, but you're still, it's like you're spinning your wheels, okay? So there are 2 things that you need to move forward. First is what I call your DNA. And your DNA is your distinctive natural advantage. That's right. It's kind of like your thumbprint, that thing that makes you different. Because here's the thing, different is better than better. You got that? Different is better than better. Your DNA is all about who you are. And it's really comprised of 3 things. It's comprised of what I call your effortless talents. That is that thing that you do so effortlessly and people go, oh my God, I wish I could do that. Okay? The second thing is what I call your expertise. And your expertise comes usually from something that is, I call it the 3 L's. Something that you have lived, loved, or learned. And the last is your personal vision for what you want to create. So it's a combination of those things. So here's the 1 thing you need. The second thing that you need to get the quality of life and the business that you want is what I call CRA. Consistently the right activities. No, it's not the Canada Revenue Agency. Consistently the right activities. So this is the what. The what you need. These are the business skills, strategies, methodologies, framework, all that type of thing, okay? Consistently the right activities. So here we have the 2 things that you need to get your quality of life and your business. What is the 1 thing you don't need? You don't need hustle. You don't need hustle. Now, we're here today for a very short time, and I'd love to talk to you about all of this, but we don't have time for it. So for today, we're going to focus on this. And I'm going to share with you consistently the right activities. What are they? Okay? So, can we see here? I'm going to turn this just a wee bit. All right. I'm just going to change markers. Okay. So consistently the right activities, the CRA, we're going to go to what I call my grow meter. And my grow meter is like a thermometer. Imagine a thermometer. Not what you think this is going to look like. Okay? And I say that there are 4 stages of business growth. And this doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, but if you Google stages of business growth, people come up with usually 4 or 5 stages of business growth. So I say we have 4 stages. And the thing that I find with most entrepreneurs that I have seen is that there's overwhelm. Overwhelm about what to do. What do I do next? What do I do tomorrow that's going to move my business forward? Right? There's overwhelm with so much information out there. Here's the thing. If you focus on the right activity for your stage of business growth, overwhelm goes away. Let me show you. The first stage of business growth, which is I call the glorified employee. And at the glorified employee, really, this is about implementing, it's about getting things off the ground, it's about doing, it's about validating what you're trying to do down here, okay? So 3 things, you're focused on: cash, connection, and clarity. 3 things. So clarity of your basic messaging, right? Your signature program, that thing that you're going to sell, a 1-page website, sales conversations, testimonials, networking. That's what you're going to focus on down here. Okay? So again, this is about the doing. Typically, people here stay at about, below. It's about $5K a month. Typically, I'm just using this. This is for service-based entrepreneurs. This is not somebody who is, has inventory or, big products that they sell. Second stage. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go back. Stage 1, glorified employee. Just want to let you know that stage 1, how I support entrepreneurs in that stage is through a program called the Achievers Club. And it is meant to give you all these things so you can build a consistent 5K a month business. All right? Stage 2 is what I call manager. Now, you know what a manager is, right? A manager is somebody that gives you things to do. So at the manager level, we're talking about leveraging, delegating, and systems. That is the focus, okay? And so leveraging, what do I mean by that? Leveraging is about perhaps putting people into group programs, perhaps going out and speaking instead of shaking hands one-to-one. Maybe it's about, multiple lead magnets, sponsorship, list building, all that type of thing here. And as you move on up, as they say, this would be typically, you're moving to the 10K mark a month. And the program that I have to support entrepreneurs in that level is called the CEO Accelerator. Okay, because we're accelerating you to the 3rd level, which is what I call CEO. And a CEO is in charge of big picture things. If you think of a CEO, right, what do? right? They delegate, they have the vision, they're the team leader. For them, it's all about, a bigger picture idea. So if you're at the CEO level, maybe you're making like 40K a month. And this is about expansion. It's about doing things big. It's about leadership. And then there's stage 4, where many entrepreneurs never get to. And, many entrepreneurs don't want to go any further up. And this is called legacy. Okay. And legacy, we're talking, like 400K a month. So the question is, where are you? And in order to help you, do you know which stage you're at? Yes? Perfect. Okay. I actually have a handout that is on your desk, and we're just going to talk about it for a few minutes about more specifics about these 2 stages, because my statistics show that most entrepreneurs are in this stage, self-employed entrepreneurs. The statistics are, according to Stats Canada, that self-employed entrepreneurs, get this, make less than $22,000 a year. That is below what Canada considers to be the poverty line. Coaches, many of you are coaches. The average coach makes less than $40,000 a year. What's my mission? My mission is to help you move on up, as they say, and to build not only that beautiful business that is sustainably profitable, but that you also have the quality of life that you want. So we want to marry those 2 things. These are your consistent right activities, and I'd love to be able to help you figure out your DNA. Thanks so much.